experience with Sosna was truly fantastic. We had just purchased a house at the beginning of the year in Toronto and had never gone through a renovation before. So we had never dealt with renovators before. We did our research online, we did some due diligence, and then we found Sosna after quite some time. And I have to appreciate the fact that Andre was very helpful. He was very thorough when we spoke to him on the phone. He explained the entire process, going through the timeline, just every detail that you can imagine. And it was refreshing having somebody explain everything like that, as opposed to just assuming you know what you're doing. The design process was really enjoyable. We worked with a designer named Anna, and we really appreciated her work. She was very straightforward. She knew that our time was quite precious since we didn't have much with our work-life balance, but she would come to us, she would ask us what we needed to do, and we would give her our opinion, which is very autonomous. And the whole design process, I would say, was very precise. They would do all the layouts, all the planning, everything was very detail-oriented, so that when the construction work would actually begin, then we knew exactly what we were getting in. Manager Roman and Vitaly, who did fantastic jobs, and they would walk us through the house. They would show us all the work that had been done. They would explain what had to be done, and they just laid everything out very clearly. So I think they did a really good job, and I appreciate their efforts. What were relatively complicated in this house was the logistics. So we live off of a narrow street in Toronto, it's a residential street that it's hard to get in and out of, and the house itself is a bit further in the woods. So getting material in and out was fairly complicated, and some things I wasn't sure how they were going to be able to do. I would call Roman to see how it progressed, and he said, "Oh, it's already been done. We finished it 2 days ago." So I really appreciated that. That made life a lot easier, and just the amount of skill that they had and the detail orientation was really fantastic. Overall, the experience I had with Sosna was fantastic. I couldn't recommend them enough. And to be honest, our good friends they just purchased a house, and they're now going through a renovation with them. So they've signed on, and I think that's probably the best recommendation you can give, is having other people join the Sosna team. So thank you, Andre, thank you, Anna, thank you, Roman, Vitaly, the whole crew. Really appreciate the work, and I think you guys did a fantastic job.